So with Act 2 of Valorant, which should be coming out in roughly about a week or so, there is going to be a 12th agent adding, and from what we know, it's going to be Killjoy. Now, this gameplay right here was leaked, and it is actually some Killjoy abilities. Now, Killjoy has not been confirmed by Riot to be the next agent, but from everything we've seen, it is most likely going to be. And this is all of his abilities. He has a turret, a lockdown, which makes people stop moving, something that's very similar to a Cypher tripwire, and all in all, and then he has a grenade, like Raze's grenade. All in all, I have some pretty big issues with the way that Killjoy is actually going to work if this is 100% correct. And my biggest issue is the simple fact that they are adding to what was being called the clog meta, which is essentially where agents like Sage and Cypher have been extremely powerful in essentially just slowing down and stopping a push with not enough utility to actually push onto a site. As we all know, defense is favored on almost every single map. Really, the only map that you could argue is Haven, because there are 3 sites, could be less defender-sided. But for the most part, every single map is defender-sided. And the agents don't help at all. So let's just say with this new update, you were to bring a Cypher, a Sage, and a Killjoy. You can essentially lock down sites with relative ease between the Cypher tripwires, the Cypher cages, having his Killjoy's new turret, his new lockdown ability, and his grenades. I see where the grenades could be used on offense a little bit, but for the most part, it is a defensive ability. His entire kit is defensive. He will most likely be a sentinel, and for whatever reason, I just feel like they are really leaning towards defensive agents, and when the game is already pretty defender-sided, I think it's odd that they're adding another defensive agent on top of what we already have. Now, you could argue that this just adds more options when it comes to which agents you want to play. If you were a Cypher main, now you could be a Killjoy main. But for the most part, I feel like it's just allowing defense to be more and more powerful in Valorant, and I'm kind of sad to see that they're not having a more aggressive agent, a duelist, or even a controller added into the game. I have not seen what this is going to look like in game. Obviously, Act 2 is coming right around the corner in about a week or so we won't know until then. But these are just my thoughts on adding this agent. I do think it is hilarious, just as a side note, that Riot did originally say that they didn't want their agents to the agent abilities to be able to kill people, and then they added Raze into the game, and everyone was like, that's funny, that's stupid. But now they're adding a second agent who, with his Killjoy grenades, can also kill people. So it's just a really weird mechanic between that and the turret, which could also kill people, and his little bot that can also kill people. He seems like a very aggressive Cypher. I could very easily see him as almost like a Cypher 2.0. You put one of his turrets in a corner to block off and give you like a crossfire. You set up his little tripwire bot, very similar to the way Cypher does. Once they're starting to push through, you have a grenade, the same way that Raze would, and then you also have the lockdown ability, which I feel like would be most useful retaking sites, but that's just me. I'm not sure exactly how it will be used. It could be used very similar to a Sage slow, just to slow down the enemy team, but I also could see it very useful retaking a site. You put that down, it stops all of the other team's movement, so they're not, they're kind of forced to hold their positions. But all in all, he does seem a little more aggressive than Cypher, but definitely like a combination of a defensive Cypher and the offensive Raze. So I'm really curious to see how he's used in Valorant. But in any case, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'd appreciate if you leave a like, comment, subscribe. And as soon as more information comes out and Riot actually confirms that Killjoy will be the next agent, I will let you guys know.